for problem 4, we've got 3 basketball players and they have 2 quarts of Gatorade to share. Aubrey said each athlete gets 3 halves Gatorade. Explain her mistake. How much will they really get? So in this question, we've got 3 basketball players, but only 2 quarts of Gatorade. So we've got our 2 quarts of Gatorade and then our 3 basketball players. So when we write our equation, we want to share the 2 quarts of Gatorade divided by the 3 players. So that gives each player 2/3 of a quart. You know, we know that since we only have 2 quarts, there's no way they could get a full quart. So if we look at the way that Aubrey said they're getting 3 halves, we've got 3 divided by 2, and that would give us 3 halves. But we know that this answer doesn't make sense whenever we only have 2 quarts, because we know 3 halves would be the same thing as 1 1/2. Since our numerator is larger than the denominator, we know that they would get more than 1 if we wrote the equation like this. So if you're confused, think about if your equation makes sense. And in this case, each player getting 3 halves or 1 1/2 whenever we only have 2 quarts of Gatorade doesn't make sense. So we know that we've got to have 2 quarts of Gatorade divided by the 3 players. So they're going to get less than a quart of Gatorade. So that's how you can explain that Aubrey was incorrect and explain her mistake and help her to solve the problem correctly by doing 2 divided by 3. Alright, so now that you've got your answers, I want you to take a picture of your work in your composition notebook, and you're going to upload the picture to the Google form. There's also a place for you to write your answers on the Google form. So if you missed any of them, make corrections before you put your final answers on the Google form.